The BBC covered this story of 4 women who attended a wedding in Pakistan, and they were videotaped as they were celebrating. And of course, a tribal council was not happy with the fact that they were celebrating because there were men present at the wedding. Now, the BBC did a great job reporting on this. Let's watch.
Singing shyly in celebration. This was a wedding party. But this shaky video, filmed on a mobile phone, may have cost these women their lives. Here's why. 2 young men are glimpsed in the footage. A tribal council is alleged to have accused them all of fornication and sentenced them to death. The 2 men, who are brothers, managed to escape the remote mountainous area. They told judges the women had been killed. If so, there's still no proof. Campaigners want jirgas banned altogether. In the past, they've condemned women to be gang raped and buried alive. Now, just singing and dancing may have brought a death sentence.
There wasn't even much dancing on the women's parts.
The women it's the most tame celebration I've ever seen in my life. There's absolutely nothing sexual in that at all. They're at a wedding. They're celebrating someone's wedding. Who cares if there are men present that are dancing? They aren't even touching the women. Even if you're that religious, if it's a religious country and they're against, physical contact in public, okay, I'm against that. But if that's what your belief is, that didn't even happen in the video. It's unbelievable.
No, they would say it's a cultural thing, and you can't understand it because you're a corrupt Westerner, etc. And the culture says that, look, dancing is not allowed, and singing is not allowed. Well, that culture is wrong, okay? Now, I know liberals aren't supposed to say that, and I know, it's un-PC, etc. But I'll go even further. I hate that culture because it is against humanity. It is we have certain genes in our body. We're built in a certain way. We have to breathe, we have to eat. And you can say, hey, don't eat, but we got to at some point, right? And I don't like fundamentalists of any religion who say don't have sex. And they say it often, don't have sex before religion, et cetera, before marriage, et cetera. I think that's against human nature, right? But dancing and expressing ourselves and feeling joy is another inescapable part of human nature. If you say to people, you're not allowed to do any of that, you're trying to crush their identity and what, ironically, if you believe in God, what God gave them, what God put in them, right? So I don't have to be understanding of all your cultures. Some parts of some cultures are hideous. Some parts of some cultures are fantastic. And no one culture has it all right, and no one culture has it all wrong. But in this case, this is obvious. And you can argue all day long, no, you don't understand, it says to be women and men can't be together because it leads to, I don't give a damn what you think. You're wrong, okay? To execute those poor women because they did something so incredibly human, innately human, is sickening. It's repulsive, and you should change your culture because it is flat out wrong. Okay, is that clear enough?
I don't even think what you're saying is controversial in the slightest. I don't think that there's a single person who disagrees with you other than the members of this tribal council.
No, but fundamentalists of these religions, of course they disagree with me. Now, in our circle...
No, fundamentalists will, but I'm saying anyone who is not a fundamentalist does not find your comments controversial at all.
I know, but let me go broader then, because look, it's not, look, if you say to Americans who aren't in this culture, you're right, at least 99% are going to agree with me, right? Within that culture, they're going to want to execute me, right? Because I'm so wrong, I'm so dangerous. How could I offend their great culture, et cetera, that they would immediately try to execute me, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously, a lot of people disagree, right? But I don't want to just limit it to this obvious case, at least obvious to us, right? When we're outside of their bubble and their context. I think that it's okay to say, hey, some parts of your culture are wrong. Now, this is an obvious case. There are many non-obvious cases. And when you go to a fundamentalist, not just of their religion, in this case Islam, but it's also their cultural interpretation within that area, that geographic area of Islam, right? But other religions as well, fundamentalist Judaism, fundamentalist Christianity. There's all these things that you guys do that are fundamentally wrong. And so you think, oh, how dare you? I'm a Christian, I get to do it. Or I'm Jewish, or I'm Muslim, how dare you? No, but look, some things don't make sense. Growing out the thing and then wearing the 1800 Russian clothes, it's irrational. It makes no sense. Now, It doesn't kill anybody, But oftentimes, what do? We've reported on the show. They spit on the kids who don't follow their rules,
Yes,
right?
yes.
They shun the kids. They hurt the kids who don't follow their rules. Because it isn't about the severity. Now, in this case, the executions are much more severe, obviously, right? It's about, are you right or wrong? And I'm willing to say, yes, you are wrong. Your culture is wrong in fundamentalist Judaism, in fundamentalist Christianity, fundamentalist Islam.